Hey, this is Richard Stuvie. I have not made one of these in quite some time. I think we were at number 17, so this will be number 18. And please say hello to Inky, who is over my right shoulder. And let's take a look at fully 15 blunders that I made in this 9-point match. Let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's see. Here we go. Here is a failure to double that I have come out of. I got a bunch of checkers back early and got a hit, as you can see. I've got a 4-point board and the best 4-point board from the 6 down to the 3-point. I've got a blot here that I could hit. I have another blot here that I could hit. So with 11 rolls to hit and then 5-2 and 4-2. So that's 15 rolls that hit and some other rolls that just come in and only 9 rolls that bounce. So it would be pretty hard for me to throw a bad number here. As it happens, I do exactly that. I throw 3-2 and bounce. And red comes in with 6, comes all the way around with 6-6. And we have a different race that goes on. But missed double there cost me some equity. Here is a 5-1 very late now. You can see red has made it all the way around, and this is my last chance to hit. And I run out with the 5-1 and would have preferred coming here with the 5, and at least you get a blocking of the 2-2 and the 1-1, and you get a little bit, you don't have a backgammon to worry about. So I was thinking to hold against the 3-3, but obviously if you move up from the 21 to the 20, you prevent red from passing with another roll. It's not a big deal, but it's a deal. So if red throws aces or 2s, all of a sudden you have another double shot. And if red throws something, I don't think there's anything that red can throw that will cause him to hit the checker on the 21 and not be able to do that. If he throws 3-4, 3-5, he's not going to hit. He's just going to jump over. So, but backgammon's a little things game, and that's a little thing. Okay, here's another failure to double. I have managed to get a hit, and I've got pretty good containment here of this one last checker. So I've got a pretty solid redouble. I'm very unlikely to be gammoned at this point. In fact, my winning chances are 77%. So throw that cube. Throw that cube. So multiple opportunities to throw that cube and maybe even have a take, although this is actually a pass. I did eventually get the hit, contain the checker, win the game, and go ahead 2-0. So this is game 2. I'm ahead 2-0, and this is just a little bit of over-aggression on my part. I mean, it's hardly ever wrong to make a point in your inner board, especially when you've got the 6 and the 5, to make the 4 and then cover the 3, but it does leave, as you can see, by the end of the play, it leaves 2 checkers open, and I can get hit with any 7, and with 3-6, and 3-1, and 2-1, and double 3s, and so that's a lot of numbers to leave yourself open to just get hit. And the correct play in this case, we can go back to that. The correct play in this case is the initial position is here. The correct play is 18 to 11. And 18 to 11, it looks like it leaves more shots than it does. There are four combinations of 7 that hit, 5-2 and 6-1. And then 6-2 hits from the 13 to the 11. And those are the only 2 numbers that hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 36 numbers that hit. And you're almost guaranteed to come in safely once you're not hit here. So here's a 2-1, and I played 8-7-6-4 to fill out that prime. And again, why leave a shot here? You're up a huge number of pips, and sometimes when the time comes to race, you just have to race. Here's a 5-3 that's played much too safely. My idea is, like, I want the 9 to be a landing point for my checkers back here, and I don't want them to not be able to get there. And what the better idea is to just come off the 9 point, and then you've got some flexibility. Notice if you make my play, you still don't gain any flexibility, whereas with these, all of a sudden you've got 6s to play, 5s to play, you can play behind, and if red rolls, a big number, might leave that 12 point. All right, here I am doubled, and I am trailing by 11 in the race. This seemed to be like right on the fence, and it truly is. I am down 76-24. I could take this double, and I knew it was right on the fence, and I just elected to drop it. This is a take blunder and a double blunder. This is a good spot to double. I'm trailing 3-2, going to 9. And I did not love this double. This position does not look great. It looks kind of spindly to me because I've got 6s, not very many good 6s to play. And I've got only 2 checkers on the 8. So if I had a third checker on the 8 here, say if I move this one to here, I would definitely double. But XG would like me to go ahead and double now. Here is another blunder with a 6-4. And the preferred play would be to come out to the 14. So you're still putting some pressure on these 2 checkers out here, and you're making a point. Let's see, we're now game 5, and it's 3-3, and I play 4-2. And this is a common mistake, or at least it is for me, that I try to save a 6, and there's no point in saving it. Just make that 3 point. Now trailing 3-5, and I got a little frustrated here, and decided I wanted to try to make something happen. Plus, you can see red has already opened with a 6-5 after my 6-4, so I did play aggressively the 6-4 to make the 2 point, and decided to continue that. And better play here is you can play out to the 21, and you have some board coverage here. You could get pointed on, not likely, but more likely red's going to have something that you're going to get a chance to hit, and maybe just better to wait on this and use a builder. Get a builder down from your 13 to your 8. And just a couple of moves later, then I play 4-3 here. And another thing I say to myself in backgammon is sometimes you have to make the boring play. And right now the boring play is that. And it's pretty safe, and you might as well just go ahead with it. All right, now I'm down 7-3, and I throw a 6-5 here. I'm trying to contain this checker, and much better play is to make the 15 point. This is one that a lot of times XG will say, yeah, make a point out here in the outfield. And you can see why. It has a little bit of blocking on the 4 point, and you're not terribly worried if you get hit because you've got this checker on you've got checkers back here, and red has not built much of a board yet. Same game, still trailing 3-7, and I throw a 5-2, and I play the 2 in from the 7 to the 5, and should have given myself an extra chance to hit by coming out to the 18. And that was the last error I made. This is a super frustrating match, and I did end up losing. So anyway, a few errors for you to look at, and hope this was helpful.